We're not trying to punish people. We're trying to keep people safe.
Canada's COVID border measures will soon include 3 layers of testing. Federal ministers say the changes kick in this month with mandatory PCR tests before you arrive, when you arrive, and at the end of the 14-day quarantine.
In addition to suspending flights to sun destinations, international flights are now arriving at only 4 major Canadian airports. And no matter the flight, everyone must have proof of a negative PCR test taken within 72 hours of boarding.
Starting February 22nd, air travelers will be tested in the first airport they land at and need to prove they've booked a 3-day quarantine stay at a government-approved hotel in that same city. Test negative and you can leave early, but you'll still need to see out the rest of the 14-day mandatory quarantine on your own. Then contact a local public health authority to be tested again near the end of that 14-day period.
As of February 15th, 2021, all non-essential travelers arriving to Canada by land will be required to provide proof of a negative COVID-19 molecular test result taken in the United States within 72 hours of pre-arrival.
Coming by land won't be any easier. By Monday, coming across the U.S.-Canada border will need a negative COVID test taken before your trip. But on the 22nd, another test will be taken at the border. And then that third test is needed before the end of the 14-day mandatory quarantine.
There may be substantial fines going up to as much as $3,000 or even a criminal prosecution for those who fail to produce proof of a valid COVID-19 molecular test.
Now, there's lots to take in, but the short of it is by the 22nd, all border entries, land or air, will need 3 different COVID tests. One before you arrive, one when you arrive, and one at the end of the 14-day quarantine. The 22nd is also the same day that mandatory hotel quarantines kick in for air travelers, meaning in addition to that proof of a test that border officials will be asking for, they'll also want to see proof that you've booked a stay in a quarantine hotel for at least 3 days. In Ottawa, Lee, City News.